It's time to stretch and fetch. See what's cooking at our refreshment counter. You'll find your favorite foods and beverages, plus many new goodies to tempt your appetite and add to your evening's pleasure.
What's up, Stir Sticks? It's your boy Mike Javelle from the Cauldron Boys. Hey, today we're going over Shorikai. So what we did is the same thing we did last time, right? Me and Noble made a list, and we figured out, like, hey, we really want to go stacks here on this version because we have the polymorph version, we have the stacksy version. So we're gonna go stacks on this one.
Let's build a stack stack.
Yeah. So our boy Gruesome Bubbles here, he is going to help us really fine tune this and get it where it needs to be.
Yeah. So what? Starting right off the bat, we like to take both decks and we put them through the compare list, and we can see what the differences are and what's the same. So let's talk about what's the same real quick. You can see lands are basically the same. We both are running the same rocks. Even mind sensor. That's all right. The same counters. Isochron Scepter, because that's how we win. Dramatic Reversal and Scepters that's our win line. Our number one primo searcher. Hullbreaker Horror does the same thing a different way, but we're running a lot of the same stuff. Torp Orb. I think that's funny that we both had that. So you can see like a lot of the staples. Oh, here's another must-have in Shorikai. Let's talk about
the humility. Humility is great because
what?
For one, Shorikai is not a creature until you crew him, right? So who cares? Who cares, right? So we play humility, and we sit on Shorikai, and then we just try to get into infinite activations to go into a Thorical win. We'd have to bounce the humility, but to try and get a Thorical win.
Yeah, which is a good line. So what else are we running that's the same down here? Pretty much a lot of the same, staples that you see. All right, get to the bottom of it. All right. So now let's talk about what's different. Mike and I had a lot of differences this time. What are the 39 cards? So where do we start with this? Let's take a look at the list as a whole. We only have 8 creatures that are the same, and they're all stacksy. Except for Horror, really. 1, Sevinne's Rack. We're sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counter spells. Is that enough?
I don't. After playing it, like kind of playing my list and kind of toying around with it, I don't think so. I don't know if we can handle everything we need to, especially if we're kind of slow. But I also realized that on my list, I don't think I'm as stacksy as I need to be. I think I threw too many combos in there and not enough stacks.
So you think we should add a little bit more of a stacks route?
Yes, sir.
A couple more pieces. So let's start with so we are running Deafening Silence. That's great. Violent Balance, Humility. So we're looking at a little more stacks. Dauntless Dismantler. That seems like a real easy one to add. So let's put that in. Almost definitely. Every time I play against that, it's a problem or it does something.
Yeah.
What else? Counterspell wise, Reprieve. What do you think of that spell?
Being in blue, I like Reprieve. Even though we're in blue, I like Reprieve because there's always those spells that say you can't counter them. Reprieve isn't a counter; it puts it back to hand.
I like it especially for the Niv-Mizzet matchup. They spend their six colored pips, and then you reprieve it.
Something like that. The heavy cost ones, reprieving a big one. It's almost like the Mana Drain's little brother without taking 2 blue. All right, we're going to stick Reprieve in there because it's too good. And it replaces itself. You really can't beat that. Also, if for some reason you wanted to, like say there was multiple counters on one of your spells, you can reprieve your original spell back to your hand and try again.
Like if you have Shorikai out and you have a Fierce in hand and somebody counters your Fierce, you could reprieve your Fierce and then play again.
Exactly.
So then you get to draw the card and then recast of the Fierce.
I love it.
Works.
It's a good card. Good card's good. Yeah, let's see what's the Archivist of Agma. I think we should kind of need to have that in here.
Definitely need some more draw other than Shorikai.
And Esper Sentinel's already in here. Yep.
Yes.
What else am I running? Let's take a look through yours. For stacks here. Sphere of Resistance. Did we like that?
I liked it. The last game
I didn't like being against it, but I can see how it was good on your side.
It definitely slows down the table. It makes them think about going for it because, I mean, cEDH decks are so fine-tuned that even just making it cost one more, well, that puts it possibly a turn out,
Or several turns.
So during the game that we tested this out on, the one extra didn't hurt too bad, but there was a total of 3 extra we were having to pay for every spell, making it a 5 mana Fellowar Stone. That's what was freaking hurting.
Yeah.
A 3 mana Crypt.
You had the
4
cat.
mana
It was a
Soul Ring. That's where it was really bad.
Three cost
pack. Really
I think didn't somebody pay 3 for their pact negation?
You?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still won. Let it be said. But that was tough.
But Shorikai was already knocked out of the game at that point too.
Well, that's what it took for you to leave, so I could finally go off. Because as soon as you were dead, I was like, "Oh, if I could finally,
I can breathe."
Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come on, folks, let's join the band as we all head for the refreshment stand.
Mm-hmm. Rule of Law. Okay, there's one I like that I didn't have.
Yeah, Rule of Law. I mean, it doesn't really affect us because we're trying to set up draw power anyways with Shorikai. So get Shorikai out as fast as we can. Start drawing off Shorikai. Make pilots and
play at that speed and win.
Yeah.
So what else did you run? One thing you liked that I seen that I didn't do is Forge and Top, because that provides an extra line kind of for Shorikai instead of just the direct reversal, ISO reversal. So I think that Forge and Top are probably a good addition to that.
Forge Top, and then I did put Aetherflux Reservoir in there so that I could play the top infinitely. So I could,
and I get that. I don't know if that is needed, to be quite honest. That's my opinion. What do you think, Greg?
As of right now, I don't see it being needed. There's a bunch of other lines that we can do, and there's already a few other ones that you need to where that's just in the way.
Well, we're talking Aetherflux. Now, is Aetherflux Reservoir going to be better than the rest of our selections?
As of right now, don't know. But
okay.
I don't...
Let's tune it up
further in. I don't know. It's just would be in the way, is what I see it.
So let's keep in mind there's only 15 common lands, so we are going to have to add about 12 of those. 13. So let's go ahead and go and do that too. I know I hate to peel off. Well, hold on.
Lands need to wait till the end so we know what our color strengths are or color weaknesses are.
Okay, right. We did last time,
yeah.
Right? So we want to go to 28 lands, though. Is that right? 27?
Yeah.
27, 28, yeah. There's a bunch of rocks we can put in, so 27, yeah.
Well, let's keep looking through.
Were we both
Boromir?
I do like the Boromir. I really do. You can get it down turn. You can get it down turn 1, and then you can sit on that.
Any 0 cost and get wrecked. You ain't getting countered. That's for sure.
You do have to be aware of the any spell costs X more, because if you stack on a tax onto those spells, it gets around Boromir, so it won't counter their mana crypts and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, it does at that point only kill cast for free.
Mm-hmm.
And
but if that artifact that makes all spells cost 1 more, then it doesn't do anything.
With it on the stack, though, I was running a lot of bounce, and it was stuff that was hitting not only their permanents but our permanents as well, because we don't want to be stacks ourselves out.
You know what? All that sounds like enough reason to not run Boromir or the Sphere. Which one? It's probably not Boromir, right?
Yeah, I mean, making our creatures indestructible.
It's a nice niche little site.
Yeah, but we're hoping to skull clamp anyways. Our pilots.
Your key pieces aren't creatures, and your commander isn't a creature, so the indestructibility
and humility kills a lot of this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it's not the best route. Okay, let's keep looking through. I have a mana vault in here. We should probably add that.
I do like Mana Vault. It is a
rock. I had Grim Monolith in here because we're doing dramatic. Why not, right?
Yeah, we are on the dramatic.
Can you go down to the second section of different cards, whoever's the second section is?
Mike's is the second one, yeah, right here.
Go to the bottom of that one.
Cursed Totems.
Keep walking Ballista. Since we're doing I couldn't remember the name of the card. We're doing Iso Rev combo, which is infinite mana. Why not throw the Walking Ballista in?
There's a mana sink. I mean, worst case scenario, you go infinite and you sink Ballista in. And
it's there if you need it. I've seen Greg play it as a 6-cost removal, picking out 3.
It was 8, but yeah.
8. Yeah, you can get rid of multiple targets too. So. Well, you also had Heliod. If you're liking Ballista,
that's true. Toss Heliod as just another effect.
I mean, because he doesn't. As long as our devotion is lower, he also doesn't get hit by the humility too. So.
That's true.
So if anything, if we have humility out there, we have a bunch of 1/1s. We can go get some life too if we need to.
It's what's his name? Suncrown. The expensive one. Yeah. All right. I like it. Now, that's probably all the stacks angles we're going to be looking at. So at this point, let's look into some other stuff. You got Mana Drain and Delay. What do I run that's different? Spell Pierce. Miscast. And Dispel. Or Dovin's Veto. This is kind of pretty good too here. What do you guys think?
You and I talked about the Dovin Veto, and I was against it, but I see your side of it too.
I know you don't like the white and blue pit, but this is only a 2-color deck.
It's the fact that it doesn't hit all spells is the problem with me. If I'm going to pay 2 pips, I would like for it to hit all spells.
It also is not getting countered.
It isn't. So it's one of those things where it's a trade-off, but if you only have, which I don't see why we would only have this card in hand, but if you only have this one counter spell in hand and then somebody goes on with a Thoracle.
I had Mindbreak Trap too, so maybe that's the best choice if we're going to add one more.
Mindbreak Trap, if it's not in, it needs to go in. All the free spells need to be in. For sure.
I didn't even realize, honestly, it wasn't until right there.
Did that just say it was $77 now?
It is.
It has gone up.
It has gone up. And I really wish I got one earlier. All right, so let's take a look at counter spells again. Let's have a good count on what we have. Offer. Fierce, Flusterstorm, Force, Mental Misstep, Mindbreak Trap, Pact, Reprieve, Swan Song. That's around 10 counter-ish effects. I'm happy with that. So I don't see the need for the rest of it anymore. Let's talk about some other. Before we get into tutors, let's clear up the rest. I like Felwar Stone. Probably want to have that, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna want a bunch of
all the rocks because it's for the dramatic reversal effect.
Yep.
Other than maybe Lion's Eye Diamond,
probably not. We need to run around. Well, I mean, Bomberman combo is a thing.
That's just adding another combo with cards that we already don't have.
We don't need Lion's Eye Diamond. You're right.
Yeah. What are the cards for Bomberman combo again?
It's Auriok Salvager and Lion's Eye. So
that's 2 cards we already don't have in the deck to
so you just
in the deck for a combo. I don't.
You return a lion. Okay, I'm fine. I like the fact that we have an extra line now, and Ballista and Heliod, and Top and Forge, really.
And those go well even without the combo.
Kind of being not creature based too.
Yeah.
So some interaction and a discard. Let's talk about that.
I like Tasha's hideous laughter, but what is the point of it here besides the fact that it's amazing in cEDH because everybody's got low CMC decks?
That is why.
That what you just said. It feels like it fits really well.
So much
because it's like a tax, not printed on a permanent kind of.
Yeah. What did we say it was? It was the reverse.
Reverse ad nause. Yes.
Yeah, reverse ad nause.
It's the reverse ad nause. The dark ad nause. Mm-hmm. And it really is. Like you don't get those cards. You just lose all that stuff.
The only bad part about it is if you accidentally, hit like their squeak.
Small price to pay.
But you just counter the food chain.
We'll move on it. Yeah, exactly. We'll move on it.
I think
it just removes. It removes to me. I feel like it always gets rid of a win con. It's probably going to get rid of at least one Oracle every time.
Do I see Board Upon a Win not in the one?
I got it right here. Yeah, we need to have that.
Board Upon a Win's too good not to be in.
Yeah. Board Upon a Win definitely needs to be in.
I thought that was a good idea. I agree.
Sometimes you need that wait till your opponents are fully tapped out to win at instant speed.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes you do. Let's keep looking through here. Here, I like this for a bounce too because you got to have a way to get rid of that humility if it's out, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of like Alchemist Retrieval.
What does
we already have
Shade do?
So return. It's 2 to do. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. 1, it's you control. So you can pay 1 and bounce your own, or 2 and bounce anybody else's.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can save one of your pieces from targeted removal, also like a Shorikai. Or something.
I mean, I guess unsummon is just 1 blue anyway, isn't it?
It is, but it's only.
But this is non-land permanent. Yeah, you got.
This is non-land.
This gets rid of rule of law for us.
Yeah. To allow us to go off.
Yeah.
And for that reason, what else? That's why we have Geist Wave in here. Let's look at that real quick because here's a card we both ran. Mm-hmm. Obviously, for the same reason that we just mentioned.
Yeah, the stacks that are hurting us. I mean, we are going to play some stacks that aren't going to hurt us, right? Like, I mean, the good stacks.
Most of the stacks aren't against us. Don't work for us.
But there are a couple that we're running that are going to.
So for any other,
like I would even say March of Swirling Mist too.
I love this card. I'm high on this card all the time. It's just too good.
March.
Because I've lost to it enough. I've had people do enough with Mist that it just clears the table for them.
Do a March of Swirling Mist. That way we can get rid of whatever we need to.
Well, it's creatures. They phase out.
I know one thing. What is it? Manglehorn sucks for us. Also,
yeah.
Do you want to add the white one also?
Collector oof. So
do you want to add the white one, which exiles creatures,
but it returns it back.
I believe it returns, but it still exiles for like your turn.
Touch the spirit. Touch the spirit around. Yeah, it does. No, because it's a blink effect. I mean,
well, if you what I'm thinking is if the stacks piece, if you want to get rid of it, but you have that precaution of if I don't win in my turn, I don't want it gone forever. So you blink it away for your turn, and then at your end step it comes back. And then so it reactivates for during their turn, whatever.
And it is only artifact or creature, so it doesn't get rid of Deafening Silence.
Yeah, but it would get rid of somebody's oof or the artifact that made things cost more.
That's a word.
We don't have to add it. It was just.
I'm just trying. I don't think that it's a bad choice at all. I just trying to weigh out how much interaction do we actually have? And this is probably a good ad. But I don't think we need anything else. So let's look. We got Touch of the Spirit Realm. And then we'll go and look at the interaction real quick. So we got Touch of the Spirit Realm. This is just purely like interaction to clear the way kind of interaction I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Swords, silence, we'll count that. Geist Wave.
March.
No, we won't count March, thank you. Chain and retrieval. We won't count silence. So that's like 5 pieces. So maybe I'd say another like
Path.
I do like Path.
I did suggest Path, which is where is it right here? Yeah. All right, I'm with it. Pass to the final.
Because I mean, swords doesn't really do anything to us because we're not trying to win through combat damage. So them getting some life, not that big a deal, right?
Right. I don't like giving lands, but here
a lot of decks don't have basics.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's getting fewer and fewer.
3 color, 4 color, 5 color.
We're at 80 cards. We need to add about 12 or 13 lands. So we need to run, like you said, about 8 more, 8 more. And I'm pretty sure they should be tutors unless something pops out here. Sevinne's Wreck.
I thought it was already there.
Yeah. That is. I'm sorry. So I've obviously tutors. I'm probably going to say tutors are the right one. Metamorph. We don't really need another creature, do we? Metamorph's good, but you have flesh duplicate, and I have metamorph. So I think that's purely a preference thing. Maybe we should pick one.
Yeah. So
metamorph hits anything.
Yeah. Metamorph does hit anything,
and it doesn't go away either.
Yeah.
And I also had imposter mech.
I put flesh duplicate in there with I had the sole thought in my head was
we're gonna take this containment priest out. I'm around to drop this, right? We're dropping this.
Yeah, we can cut it.
My whole thing was like with
and you got Drake
was dockside.
Yeah. Well, that's true, but for the same reason we could run imposter mech, which doesn't have that. It's also just an artifact.
Ooh, yeah.
I like mech over.
Here's the thing too. So, humility's out. You could still imposter mech. I guess they would just be a 1/1, so it wouldn't matter. But
a 1/1 dockside still good. No.
No, it wouldn't.
Humility takes away the abilities. It's not
exactly.
Good. It's not good. You don't. 2 mana for a 1/1's not bad though. If you really need a blocker, if it's made it to the beat.
Imposter mech is not bad.
I like.
What do you guys think? Flesh duplicate or
over duplicate? I like mech.
The way I see it is if we run 2 of them, then there's more of a chance for us to see them. What if we get outpaced? What if we get outpaced? You know what I'm saying? What if we get outpaced and we see one of our clones? Then all of a sudden, if somebody's in a dockside, but they used it as a get to the next step instead of trying to do a dockside loop, they're just it's more of a ritual in that instant, Mm-hmm. What if we draw into ours, then we get a dockside, then maybe we're not behind anymore. Maybe we're catching up. Maybe we can get some stacks pieces out. Maybe we can slow them down. So,
oh no, I like it. You want to copy somebody's bowmaster or something on that's fine. You want to play somebody else's op agent, that's fine. I mean, like you want to play a Dothy? Now you got a Dothy. There's a lot of reasons to play copy creatures.
Yeah.
But are we gonna run with the duplicate or are we gonna run with the mech?
I think mech personally, just because it is an artifact, it is kind of on theme.
It's a little bit more on theme. That's probably a good way to put that. And it's only 1 blue pip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We hate 2 blue pips. We hate 2 blue pip anythings.
I still love Mana Drain. I still love Mana Drain, bro.
That's 2 counter spells. You could get 2 counter spells for 2 blue mana. Maybe even 3.
I still love Mana Drain. I'm not gonna.
I like Drake. I did like Drake too. I know you use Mana Drain like ramp. I get it. But to me, I play a little bit different speed. You use it like fast mana.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for somebody to drop something that's 3-4 mana. So you're like, hell yeah, if I could turn 2 into 3, I'm ready.
Yeah. Gilded Drake is awesome. It's dope because we're not really a creature deck.
13. He would be their like 14th creature.
So stealing
it just fixes problems.
Yeah, stealing people's Obnixilis. It's kind of disgusting, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I like it. All right, 82. We should probably talk tutors for another 5, 6 cards.
Definitely need some tutors.
All right, let's look through. What do I got?
Tinker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Unban Tinker.
I'll allow it.
I'm
All right.
with it.
I got to fabricate. Soon at 3, just an artifact, whatever.
We're an artifact deck, so is there
Merchant
any
Scroll?
one that we absolutely want?
Yeah, we're looking at transmute artifact.
Transmute.
You get to pay 2, sacrifice your 0 to go get whatever. You can pay 1 to go get your top, pay whatever. You just got to pay the difference after the 2. But you do have to sacrifice something, say like an imposter mech.
I do like the transmute, just because.
Well, let's peek through the rest. Tezzeret Seeker, he's really good here too.
The 5 mana, but
I know, but
with 2 blue pips, dog.
That's different though, because this. Hold on, that's not a counter spell you're trying to get out.
Yeah, you're not holding up the 2 blue on somebody else's turn.
So coming down here, there's only we have the Hullbreaker Horror at 7. And a Force of Will at 5, which isn't even 5 really. No. So we have nothing in the high end except Hullbreaker Horror, and this could be the only other high cost one.
So Tezzeret.
So just for the record, Displacer Kitten would be a single card add. That would be another combo in here.
Displacer Kitten would be.
Just saying.
It would allow the blink of Shorikai.
It makes more sense for here to add Shorikai. Yeah.
Being 4 mana, I would rather have that over Tezzeret.
Displacer Kitten?
Yeah, Kitten.
Over Tezzeret? Even though Tezzeret does untap 2 mana and tutors.
So I don't think we need to run a whole hell of a lot of tutors just because
you got to get your combo piece.
The way I'm looking at the deck is like we're going to be drawing a lot.
I think we need to run. I think we need to put the last 4 in.
We're hopefully casting a lot, which means we get to hopefully Displacer, Blink, Shorikai a lot.
I like Displacer Kitten in here. Yeah, dude, that's gross. Because then you only need a what? You need a basalt monolith or something, or what else? How does that work? Explain to me how that works.
Infinite mana
with Shorikai, yeah, and Displacer Kitten.
So you would just so Shorikai would be tapped, Displacer on the field, cast a 0-drop. Then you would blink Shorikai. He would come back. You would
and
tap
he's not
and
a
draw
creature.
Something, and then you would pay. You would play something else to blink Shorikai, to draw 2 to make something to blink.
So you have to funnel it through his draws, but still, that could be a lot of gas.
Yeah.
So it's not essentially an infinite combo, but it's like accelerated gameplay, really, and other than normal Displacer bullshit. It seems to have an extra quality here.
Kind of on the same footing, right? So Intruder Alarm, right?
I did see that.
So Intruder Alarm, Shorikai's, doesn't matter if he's a creature or he is a creature or whatever, because you can crew him, right? So if we can crew him, that's fine. He still has the ability. So whenever you have Intruder Alarm out there, you crew him.
Here's my problem.
You draw 2 cards, you make a pilot, he untaps himself.
I know. Here's my problem. And you got to crew him with 8 first. But Intruder Alarm, in this scenario, I think will lose you the game faster than you'll get use out of it.
It'll untap my stuff too.
Yeah. Including 2 mana dorks.
I mean,
any green deck is going to just knock the hell out of that. So I think about it, and I seen that in the list. I got to be honest, I don't think it's a smart play. It does unto him, but really, kind of. I got to be honest, Displacer Kitten, it does the same principle we kind of just talked about, only a little bit different way. And I get you'll be able to continuously untap him. I guess with Ashnod's Altar and Intruder Alarm, that would be an infinite combo, wouldn't it? If you had him crewed.
Yeah. Sacking the pilots whenever they enter untaps, make the mana. Would that be infinite?
Well,
you would
make the pilot,
It
sack it to altar. It'll untap Shorikai.
Oh yeah, it would.
It would.
You would draw through your whole deck, but yeah.
You would draw through your whole deck, and you would make 1 colorless mana.
For what it's worth, I would say Phyrexian Altar is better because then you could just make the 2 blue at the end with the pilot and Shurikai and cast Rhetorical.
Yeah.
So I feel like Altar is going to just do Phyrexian Altar will just be a lot better. I'm actually kind of like, I want to play this deck now.
I like
love
colored mana over the 2 colorless for sure.
So then are we on Intruder Alarm and then Phyrexian Altar?
I say we give it a run. Let's find out. I think the best thing we can do is play test it, right?
Because either the way I'm looking at it is either we go humility route or we go Intruder Alarm route, right? With stacks in between.
No, because now we can do Hullbreaker route.
So with humility and the
so you can do Hullbreaker.
It still works. You can do Intruder Alarm through humility. Because the creature doesn't get the ability whenever it ETBs. So it enters as the 1/1 with no
Shorikai
wouldn't be a creature. Oh, it would have to be a creature.
It has to be a creature. But it would still untap, but he wouldn't have his ability through humility.
Yeah, so never mind.
So you would have to pivot either one way or the other. Yeah. If you see which one you see first, that's where you go.
I think if you get humility, then you just go for the dramatic reversal.
Yeah.
And let everybody, somebody's going to try to deal with it. That's all.
Probably.
You know what I didn't ask? We didn't have in here is a dress down.
I love a dress down.
Shut shit down.
I didn't know Hullbreaker Horror got another reprint. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Hullbreaker Horror. This is the Fallout version. So he combos because you can.
We have 3 mana rocks.
Yeah.
Even Soul Ring Mana Crypt is infinite colorless mana.
So then you make free mana, and then you just bounce Shorikai and recast him and tap him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Hullbreaker's another line. So we got Thoracle, Hullbreaker. You could copy him with a Metamorph or an Imposter mech too, and then it's just as good. So we got Ballista, Heliod, Metamorph, Hullbreaker, Thoracle, and now the Altar line.
Let me ask you this:
we're sitting on like 4 or 5 paths to win here, and I love decks that pivot. I fucking love it when you can just take a deck and in turn 3 or by turn 2 or 3, you've already just got the whole line mapped out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It is good, and all those pieces. The best part about them is that they're good without the other piece.
Yeah, it's
not just a piece in there for the sake of a combo. Those pieces are also useful if you get them on their own.
I think we should run Fabricate and Transmute Artifact or Immersion Scroll.
Tutors are. I didn't think about this earlier, but if you have Shurikai out already, which you play a tutor that puts it on top of your library, like Enlightened Tutor, for example, he'll go get it for you. So
top deck tutors are good.
Fabricate goes right to your hand.
Yeah, Fabricate's really good. We go get whatever stacks piece we want.
Or a combo piece, alter, anything. Look, we're running 23 artifacts. I liked Emery for saving your shit too. He was like a backup.
So Emery was a part of an infinite mana loop in mine. It was Emery and the Mirian Spy with Lotus Petal.
Just keep recasting them and untapping them.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a little bit too. I played in my Drafna build, and it is one of those combos where it's like, when you see it, it's disgusting. You know, it goes off, but it is. I think it's a little bit too part intensive to include in our build.
Yeah, that's adding extra cards, getting away from the original way of building it.
Mm-hmm.
I think weakening the deck because you're watering down the combos we already have to add extra combos.
Like the ones we have now kind of all work with each other as far as synergy. Maybe not combo, but they all have the same synergy potential. And these cards really do fit. I feel really good about this. I think we got one card left before we start adding lands, or two. Do we want to go 27 or 28?
How many rocks
20,
are we up to?
14?
28.
20. We are 14 rocks.
I think 28, just because we pretty much want to have a turn one Shorikai all the time.
Then we get one more card, and why is not Angel's Grace? I don't know. We're looking at Angel's Grace. Reality Shift was all right, but I don't think it's better than Angel's Grace. I mean, there's Tithe, Reality Chip, Emery. What do you guys think? Discuss.
Since we already have the Forge, why not Chip?
Right? I like that Mike had that.
See one or the other. I was also running Ethereum Sculptor too, so it'd make my
things cost one less.
But I think it might be just it might just be
if
like
you're a sculptor and have
extra.
humility, it just sucks. So that would be sad.
That does suck. That is.
How about this? Come on.
A wheel?
Might as well. Replay. It's a good card. Refill your hand.
Yeah.
It's tutorable.
Which will so if we run a wheel, let's run one that also shuffles our graveyard back in so we can get our counter spells back.
Time Twister.
I like Time Twister more because we're cycling through the deck so much. There's no way to have no max hand size. You're going to be putting cards in your graveyard. Why not Time Twisters?
And then you don't, because by the time you're done using Time Twisters, got all its value. You're ready to Thoracle.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. All right, I'm like it. I fucking love it. Oh, whoa! Is there an intuition line?
And
we should probably figure that out. No, Azorius.
That's what I meant. Azorius, blue-white.
Blue and white.
Same thing, bro.
Well, the combos would have to be Dramatic, Isochron, and Sevinne's Wreck. So how would that work?
You would have to have the
you'd lose one of them. You would need a breach or something.
You need the sorcery in hand before doing it because they're gonna pitch that into the grave and then you can't get it back. There's no way to Sevinne's Wreck the sorcery.
Yeah, so you need to have your sorcery. So what else could you run? It's kind of situational, I guess.
Give me a second. I will tell you what the actual combos are.
All right. Time out.
So there are no lines for intuition currently.
So then I think Time Twisters are our baby. And also mostly tutorable. So,
yep.
And who knows? If you got Shorikai, no cards in hand, that card's going to look really good.
It's going to look really, really fire. We going to lands now? Or?
Yeah, let's go to lands. First off.
First land.
No.
Manamo. Okay, yeah. Do whatever you're going to do, but first land, Manamo. Untap a legendary permanent.
Yeah.
Manamo.
Also, Ancient Den and Seed of the Synod because artifacts.
Artifact lands for sure.
But also artifacts come in tapped, but we also want those for artifact reasons. Because you can sack them to fucking transmute artifact, which we did run. We did not run transmute artifact.
We do need to put transmute artifact.
We need to put that in there and cut something. Yeah. But not Time Twister.
And not Sevinne's wreck.
And not Sevinne's wreck.
And not born upon a wing.
And not born upon a and not this or that.
Not like half the deck.
Yeah.
Oh, we could just run 27 lands, can't we?
27, I'm fine.
Let's fucking try it. Let's try it.
All right. We're sitting at, we need 9 lands. Cephalid Coliseum was a choice of mine. Because you're graveyarding fucking just 3 cards if you need it.
If you're out of cards in hand and you need to draw a few extra 2 mana.
So by the way, I did suggest that. So
I think Cephalid is good. Whenever I'm in blue, I like having.
Well, like 3-color blue, different. You're not a graveyard deck. That's different.
I'm talking about 2-color. Yeah. 2-color blue.
Seagate Rest. Here's another one I like because I know it's a 3 pain land, but that backside is pretty fucking sweet.
That's the front side. The front side's pretty sweet.
Well, no, the backside's pretty sweet.
Bolt yourself.
I know.
For blue. I get what you're saying. No, I like the front side.
So this does have a good ability, and it's a land that's worse. We'll keep moving.
Yeah, it is a modal land, so if you absolutely need it, it's good, but the front side is powerful enough to make sense to use.
Are we already running Treasure Vault?
Well, Forbidden Orchard's another one. I don't know do we need this? Do we need to give creatures out?
I mean, so with Humility out on the field, they give 1/1s. They're vanilla 1/1s.
They're already vanilla 1/1s.
Yeah, so
I like Forbidden Orchard because it gives a blocker to a Tymna.
Does
to
Tymna
your
block?
opponent. As long as the creatures aren't coming into play tapped, it blocks a Tymna. Or a Tymna attacker.
Here's one that you had that I slept on that I like a lot, dude. This Mycosynth Gardens.
The Mycosynth
I love this card. I run it in Immotech. I'm like, and it didn't even dawn on me for this list. It's
0. I'm gonna give me another Mana Crypt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have another Mana Crypt. Exactly. Oh, whatever.
Or at worst case, somebody goes to try and exile your artifact commander. You turn it into.
Oh look! I have another.
I
have another Shorikai.
Yeah, you sack your actual commander, and you still have Shorikai.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, in my mind, the worst.
An instant speed way to save your commander.
Yeah.
All right, Mycosynth Gardens is going. Let's see, what else did I like Treasure Vault. We can do it. And we got all that mana. Exotic Orchard, there's one we didn't run.
So, cool thing about Treasure Vault is it's fetchable off an Enlightened Tutor and then drawable. So, basically, we are playing crop rotation.
It is a kind of crop rotation for us, yeah. Kind of.
I could fabricate for a Treasure Vault. I'll fucking do it.
I'll fucking do it again.
Okay. Dude, right?
I have demonic tutored for fucking basic before.
That's true.
I have to. It is big. What
do we got? What do we have for basics?
I'm thinking one of each for sure.
Yep, snow covered plain. Snow covered.
If we're doing snow covers, just out of pure enjoyment.
Scrying sheets.
The OG snow covered island with the heads. There's additional.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Snow covered.
All right.
Otherwise, we can do the butt plugs.
Wait, what?
Of course, we got Saga.
Yeah, the full art snow covers. They're all butt plugs.
We got the Pathway 25. 2 more. Emergent Zone and Vista. No, Exotic Orchard.
Emergent Zone, I like as another way to do the instant speed.
I did add exotic. Yep. Emergent Zone, just a backup.
Yeah, that's 2 ways in the deck to do it.
And is there another white or blue way that we can get? We got the fetch. We got the shock. Do we have the bond?
Yeah, Sea Clouds. What? We're in.
I didn't add the
cycle through the deck. What about the Surveil?
I didn't add the Seagate. We could.
So
if you haven't added Seagate, yeah, throw that.
I know it's kind of a hot take, but I like the Pathways.
We have the Pathway.
We have the Pathways.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
We both ran that. All right, we're at 100 right now. Let's look. Mana overall deck 1.51. The mana production is pretty much on par with the amount of colored symbols. So 30 are blue, 21 cards are white.
Yeah.
So in
All
one
right.
of our future videos, we will be playtesting this. If we make modifications, that happens. But as of now, this deck looks awesome, fun to play.
We were at 100 cards. You could check it out on Moxfield. Check us out. Noble Truth, Cauldron Boys, Gruesome Bubbles, Mike Javelle, YouTube, TikTok, all of it. All right. Anybody want to have some parting words?
Yeah, guys. So come check us out on TikTok. We're putting out content almost daily, if not daily. We also have an Instagram. Y'all go check us out on Instagram. We're showing kind of a different side of us, like a little bit more of like, hey, what's going on behind the scenes? Y'all just come check us out, please. Hit that like, follow, subscribe.
Oh, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us.
Yeah,
it does.
Wait, we're here for you. Hey, forget about it. Huh?
On Instagram, we'll start posting up some of the custom arts that I've been doing for the channel. We've been doing a few that haven't been released yet. Little sneak previews on there. We can do that.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. We got some good stuff lined for you guys. All right, we do this for y'all. Good game and good night. Don't forget to feed the fish.
See you.
Oh. Noble dies.